of Jerusalem again because we had lost it during the Crusades.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So our people, hold on, I'm giving you the history. Our people, the Negroes, the Haitians, and the Jamaicans, so you can understand, created that book. They took some of the things out the Bible, the supreme book of the world, and put it in the Quran and gave it to Ishmael and said, But our people didn't think that it was going to take off like that.
Right.
But they were trying to control them Arabs. Why? Because Ishmael is wild in the motherfucker.
Right.
You see, Ishmael is out of control. Ishmael will walk up on his brother and blow up himself and blow up everybody else.
Right.
So what they were trying to do was control them. But what had happened was when it took off, our people got sucked into it. And they started saying, well, this is the vision that Muhammad got. But they never went into the history and found out where it came from. And that's where it ended up at. Now the
Quran
was
not revealed by the angel Gabriel to any literary prophet Muhammad. Nope. What you saying?
Nope. So when you go into the history about that, like I was saying, it was created by the Roman Catholic Church. Just like when you see a lot of Ishmaelites getting angry and uproar, who over there? The Pope. Because the Pope, they acknowledge the Pope, and the Pope goes over there to Lebanon to calm them down. But see, our people, the guy that's in the penitentiary and locked up and all over these places, they don't go into the history of the Quran, and then the Quran tells you and yourself that the earlier visions come out the Holy Bible. And then in the Bible, in the King James Bible, it don't mention the Quran, but the Quran mentions the Holy Bible. Why is that? If the Quran is the supreme book, why is the Quran mentioned in the Bible if it's a supreme book?
Right.
The Bible don't mention the Quran because the Bible is supreme. If I'm over you, and I'm gonna mention you.
Right.
You see? What I'm gonna mention you for? Who are you? You see what I'm saying? But that Quran mentioned the Bible because that's a supreme book. But our people, they don't understand the Bible, so they searching for the truth, but they get caught up in these other religions because Islam is a religion, man. The Bible, the King James Bible, has nothing to do with religion. You see? Now, give me Revelation 22. What is it? Do not add, take away. 22 and
18.
Yeah, 18. What? And he gonna read it.
This basically right here is a history on it.
Yeah.
The prophet, the book called The Prophet.
Okay. If you don't mind, you can read and touch on some of it.
Islam, they tell you how I got started and everything.
You mind?
I can read it for you.
Yeah, read it for you.
Yeah.
We'll read that what you got
on the internet.
Revelation 22 and 18.
Spanish.
Revelation 22 and 18. For I testify unto every man that hears the word of the prophet of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, God shall add unto him the plague that are written in this book.
So what they did in the Quran, they took, which our people did that. That's why we in the condition we in today. Got tore up. Our people did that and took that and put some of the teachings, the statute, laws, and commandments into the Quran and was controlling them. Ishmael and our people got caught up in it, the ones that want to learn. You see? So right now, the Most High is waking the elect back up to this truth, and we learning who we are according to the King James Bible. And this white man, the so-called white man, Esau, the devil that the Bible speaks of, and continue to push that doctrine out, so the Most High gonna light him up. You see? For confusing our people. You see? Pushing that time about Muhammad and all that. And then they started mentioning about that go over there to Mecca. But when you ask these so-called Negroes that's into that, man, they ain't never been over the method. And then on top of that, when you ask why you ain't over there fighting with Ishmael, they'll say, oh, well, that's another kind of book. Y'all reading out the same book. That's just full of confusion, man.
They don't know the Salat. They don't know none of that, man.
They don't know none of that. And then Ishmael is the father of them Arabs over there. And we didn't come out of Ishmael.
I know how to work on a car.
You see the confusion? Our people think they're Arabs. And why are you worshiping some confusion? And then on top of that, them Arabs, when you go into the transatlantic slave trade, them Arabs was the ones building the ships. Them Arabs was building the ships, and them Africans over there rounded us up and sold us to the white man. So they all had a hand in the transatlantic slave trade. So you are linking up with people who had your ancestors in slavery, and then you worshiping some that's in confusion. That ain't even no truth.
Considering this truth could be a lot more detrimental to a youth than adhering to what is the norm within the American religious society. What advice do you give them when it comes to their occupational or economic survival? You know what I mean?
That's what the Bible is for. How to govern yourself, how to be able to maneuver in this society. We're gonna finish reading this and we're gonna show you.
Revelations 22 and 19. And if any man shall take away from the word of the book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of this book, out of the book of life, and out of the holy city, and from these things which are written in this book.
That's it on that. Oh, you got some more. So it's telling you, if you add to these prophecies or take anything out of these prophecies or create another book, Most High got you. He gonna light you up. Okay? Now what you was asking me about it being detrimental, and what is my advice to the spirit of the Most High to our people, it tells you in the Bible, because let me get it. It says this second Ezra chapter, give me Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 13. Second Ezra chapter 7 verse 20. It says, for there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of God, which we know his name is Yahweh, that is set before them. Verse 21, for Yahweh had given straight commandments to such as come that they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. You see? So
it will be revealed through inspiration, in other words.
Through the Spirit of the Most High, and his Son, how they supposed to govern themselves and what they can do to avoid punishment. Okay? Because this I'm gonna get this. Let me see. Alright, I'm gonna get this in Baruch. Bear with me now. I can find it. Baruch chapter Baruch 102. This is Baruch chapter 4. It says, Baruch chapter 4 verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endure forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob, which is the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light. Therefore, that thou mayest be illuminated, enlightened to the truth, man, of how you're supposed to be governing yourself. Give me, read that.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandment, for this is the whole duty of man.
So this Solomon, give me Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse, it might be verse 16. So this is Solomon in the book of Ecclesiastes. Solomon was the wisest man in Israel. He was wiser than everybody that came before him. So if he gonna know anything about the Most High, you gotta listen to him. He's a wise man. Read that in verse 1 and 16.
I consume with my own heart, Salakia, I commune with my own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all that they have been before me in Jerusalem.
That's Solomon right there, the wisest man. So Solomon is telling you the whole conclusion, everything you're supposed to do, basically the end game of everything. Because when you read the book of Solomon, Solomon is telling you how he got riches, how he looked at how he searched out everything and found things that was vanity, that was worthless, that wasn't going to benefit you. But at the end of it, he told you, he said, look, this is the whole conclusion of the whole matter. You ain't basically gonna be satisfied with all the things that you got. You still ain't gonna be satisfied until you keep the commandments of the Most High and His Son. So that's basically what Solomon was saying. That's your whole duty. You're gonna be always missing something. You're always gonna be missing something if you ain't serving the Most High and His Son. That's gonna be your fulfillment. You're gonna be made whole. But without that, you're gonna be missing it. Always gonna be searching for something else. That's why you got brothers that go, Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, go into Islam. Because they searching and they ain't made whole. But when you come back to these scriptures, you find out the truth and you're made whole. And you got understanding of the Most High and His Son. Read that 1 and 6, 1 and 16.
Ecclesiastes 1 and 16. I commune with my own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all that have been before me in Jerusalem. Ye, my heart, have great experience of wisdom and knowledge, and I give my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit.
So all those things that Solomon achieved and he got understanding of, the only thing that was going to basically help him is the wisdom and serving the Most High and His Son. Then like it said, that's the whole duty of man in Ecclesiastes 12 and what was that, 13? 12 and 13. You see? So you gonna finish that about that, read a little bit on that about the Islam? Oh, I thought you was gonna touch on it. But you asked me about the about genealogy. Remember?
Yeah, but another good question I got.
Yeah.
Do y'all believe Revelation is an event that has already occurred in prior time, or do you believe that it is an event that is presently manifesting its fulfillment? And do you associate Revelation at all to a consummation in America, whereby as a result of slavery, a descendant of the tribe of Judah succeeding Ethiopia's emperor in 1930, Haile Selassie, would be in America, birth, and would be a product of consummation within America's irreligious society?
All right, now I'm gonna cut that up, explain to you. Now, revelation revelation means revealance, okay? Now, give me Revelation 1 and 13. Now, you asked me about Revelation, then I'm going to go into Haile Selassie and all that. 1 and 13. Now, you asked me how this already happened.
Revelations 1 and 13.
Right.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one likened unto the Son of Man.
Now, this is John the Baptist, the Revelator, on the island of Patmos. And he got this vision of the Lord. Okay? When he was banned out of Ephesians, they put him on the island of Patmos. Alright? Now he got this revelation, the revealings on how the Lord looked. Read.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Right.
And a girt about the paps with a gold girt. His head and his hair were white like wool.
Right.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Good.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they were burnt in a furnace.
Alright, now that right there already happened. Because John seen it. Okay? Then jump to Revelations 18 and 21. So that's a description of the Lord according to the Bible. You see? And then when you look up the word, feet was like brass. When you look up the word brass, it go into the Greek word bronze. And it said as it was burned in the furnace. So if you burn anything, it's gonna turn charcoal black. I can set your house on fire or set your building on fire. When it get done, it's gonna be black.
See?
You see? They can spray so much water on it, it ain't gonna get back white. It's gonna be burnt black. Alright, give me Revelation 18 and 21.
Revelation 18 and 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone.
Now that's twofold. That's talking about rockets, and that's also talking about like a stone as it was tossed in the water. So if I toss something in the water, a big stone in the water, it's gonna go to the bottom and it ain't gonna never come up. Okay? If I take a big fat stone and toss it in the Arkansas River, where it's gonna go? Straight to the bottom. It ain't gonna never come up again. So when I say twofold, I mean more than one thing. The meaning of it is more than one thing. It's also talking about thermonuclear destruction, and it's also talking about America when it being brought down. It's like it tossed it in the water, like it tossed a great millstone into the water, and it went to the bottom of it, and it never came up again. But that's what's gonna happen to America. Keep reading.
And cast unto the sea, saying thus.
See, cast into the sea. All right.
With violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all.
See? So when America go down by violence, because when they go into Russia, when they go into Iran, right now they messing with Syria. But when they go into Iran, that's when Russia gonna get involved, and China gonna get involved, and other countries that was allies with America once before, gonna all shoot missiles on America. So you ask me about that, have parts of Revelation happen? Yes. Have other parts happen? No. Okay, now, we finna go on to Haile. You got something?
Another one on there. Revelation 18 and 10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, 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 that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
Yeah, break that down.
That's future. Because when the missiles gonna come, it's all it's gonna take is 1 hour. And this whole place gonna be wiped out.
Y'all record?
And then when you go back to
right now?
when you go back to the
Hey, don't do that. Hey, man, don't do that.
then when you go back to
Look at dude.
What's y'all in? What's y'all in?
Read the Bible, man.
Bible or Quran?
See?
Hebrews 11. 1, 2, 3.
We got faith. That's why we out here.
Proof of the unknown, though.
That's why we out here.
See? Time to go the way.
That's why we out here. The righteous shall live by faith. But anyway, back that was confusing. You see how? See that?